So today I want to try and create the most unnecessary hidden chest area that I possibly can in Minecraft. And the way I'm going to try and do that is just by having it so high up in the sky that you can't see it while you're on the ground. So first of all, what we have to do is we need to find a way to get up to that height, and the best way to do that is one of my favorite things in the game, and that's a TNT launcher. And in order to have that hidden, I think we're going to use a tree like this or something and have the actual shooting off point from just inside the tree by the trunk. Now you can make larger ones than this, but I think for what we want to do, this is going to be absolutely perfect. So we get our dispensers, we put down our water, we put down an iron bar, and that's going to be the area that we stand on, and then all we do is line it up with some redstone, and then we fill each dispenser with a ton of TNT. And then once they're all full of TNT, we press a simple button, and in theory, it doesn't work. So then when we have these all filled up with TNT, we put ourselves into a little box here, we press our button, launch the TNT, and this should launch us high enough into the air that we can get to a point where we can't see our chests anymore. So I think this is actually going to be high enough. I wasn't sure how high we'd actually get from this method, but I think this should actually work. So now what we have to do is we need to make a little platform up here so that we can actually land. And I think our best bet to do that will be using glass. And with Optifine, what we can do is we don't have any of the white bars going across them. So I think this is going to be pretty much invisible when we get it up to that height. Alright, so I built up a bit of a pillar here. I don't know is it quite high enough, but let's just give this another test here and see how high we actually go, if we need to go a bit higher than that. Okay, yeah, we go quite a bit higher than that. So let's keep building up here. Alright, let's give this another test. And let's place our block at the height that we get to. We might do it a little bit lower than that, just to make sure. Okay, we got to about here. So let's put a block just about here, and let's see if we can actually land ourselves onto this platform. Okay, looks like we actually went quite a bit higher that time. So let's go for somewhere maybe in the middle. Let's go for about here. And let's see if this is any better. Because we have to get the height right, because if you're going to be doing this in survival, you don't want to go too high and then take a load of damage if you actually go way higher than the platform. Alright. I think I'm happy with that. So it looks like we got our platform height, and even from here you can actually see that it's not very visible, so when we get onto the ground it should be pretty much impossible to see it, I'm hoping. Alright, so now that we're actually down here on the ground and we're looking up, it is slightly possible to see that it's there. I mean, just barely, but I think if you're just going along the ground, even if you're looking up at the sky, it's pretty much invisible unless we actually try and zoom in. And even now I can't find it. I lost it. Oh, there we go. You can just about make it out when we zoom in. So I think that's going to work, and it should be high enough so that the chests actually aren't visible as well when we're up there. You got to make sure you're pretty centered in this thing for it to actually work. And then we shoot ourselves just high enough to land up on this platform up here. Alright, so now that we're up here, let's get ourselves our chests sorted here. Alright, so I put some chests up here and I extended the platform just a little bit, just so we have a little bit more space up here to fit some more stuff. But let's just test it out right now. Let's jump down and see if these chests actually... Yes, as you can see, they completely despawn from view. And you can't see them anymore, so that's actually working out perfectly. So now what I think we need to do is we need to actually make this hole here hidden so that it's not seen when you're walking along the ground. It just looks like a normal piece of grass. So let's try and make something so that we don't have to see that. So what I've just done here is I've hooked up a button to a piston with a bit of a timer on it here, and let's see, does that give us enough time for us to press our button, drop down, press this button and launch ourselves up. I don't think it's going to be quite enough time. No. Not quite. Okay, let's try to extend that a little bit because we don't want to smack our heads every time we're trying to do this. Alright, let's try this a little bit extended. We press our button, we drop down, we press this button. We shoot off into the sky and we get to our secret chest area. Brilliant. And then when we get down to the ground, our opening has closed. So now we have an awesome way to get up here. That's hidden, that works perfectly. I'm super happy with it. Now we need to find a way to get down from here. Now, if you have an elytra, we could just say it's simple, just use an elytra and you can fly down here, no problem. Not everyone has an elytra. You mightn't even have any ender pearls with you. When you build this thing, you could be doing this in the multiplayer server. So, let's try not to overcomplicate this. In order to get down, I've come up with an ingenious solution. Let's drop onto the block that's just afterwards from here, which is this block. And my plan, wait for it, is to add 2 water blocks. Let's see if I can actually manage to land in the water blocks without dying. I'm gonna put 2. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a chance here with 2. So let's give this a test. Let's see if I can actually land into the water block and just have that as the simplest solution possible. So we fall off and we land directly in the water block. That is awesome. Okay, that is a fantastic solution to get down from here. Alright, so let's say you're in your multiplayer survival world. You get back from some caving, you got yourself some diamonds, but you don't want to put it in your chest for people to rob them. You're not going to use an ender chest. Why would you do that? Why would you do the smart thing? Instead, you come over to your secret piston operated button over here. We drop ourselves down. We press our button. And we shoot up to our secret base where we could go and unload the treasures that we've collected. We even got an ender chest up here for some reason in case you don't want to use one down there. And then, very simply, when we want to get back down, we simply step off. And we land in our water system. Absolutely flawless, impeccable design. 10 out of 10. Alright guys, so I'm pretty happy with this. I think it actually turned out pretty well. I'm surprised it actually works, and it's pretty much invisible from the ground. Even the chest despawned, so this worked out better than I hoped actually. Bit of a pointless exercise, but those I think are the most fun sometimes. So anyway guys, if you liked the video, I'd appreciate a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.